Hello everyone! In this tutorial, I will show you how you can make a 3D simulation or animation of a tsunami washing over a couple of houses. This simulation or animation will have sound effects, and it uses a combination of Python and Blender to program. First, let's have a look at what the result will be like. I have these files as usual. I have this folder that has been generated automatically by my program. I have this Blender link or shortcut. I have my launcher, my Blender file, my MP3 file for the sound, and this is the main file, the one which generates this main Blender file. So I can just enter. And this doesn't load as long as it used to because this one's not so large of a file. Now, let me go to this viewport shading. That way we can get all the colors and shadings. We wait for a while. Now, let me press the space bar. You see I have this tsunami, and it's washing out these houses. Let's zoom out a little. Let's have a look on the view on top. I have 4 houses. Let me just pause this. And let's go inside one of the houses. Let's go inside the tallest one. I have that door I cut out. You can see this house is hollow. And right now, this here is the ceiling. Okay, I'll start this animation again. Wow. Let's go under the water. Let's see, I better zoom in. Let me first pause this, and then go to the ground. Let's face where the water is rushing towards, like right here. Now we'll get submerged underwater very soon. Hold your breath, everyone. Run toward it. Oops, I was facing a bit upward. Let's see how we can program this tsunami, the one you're seeing right there. So I just simply close this And I don't need to save it because this is already a saved file. This is actually this one. Let's see what's in this file. As usual, I import OS and use os.system to call this Blender link along with this Blender file. This is the main file. This is the one that I ran to generate this one. Okay, the basics. First, we import the things we need. I import Blender Python, and from Math I import Pi. I'm using Pi to make that house. Here I have start frame is 1, end frame is 150. Now here, I want to set the mode to object mode. That way, I can add objects to our Blender file. I want to select all, and then I delete them all. Let's see. I set the sync mode to audio sync. And here I remove any sounds that might have been in the file previously. We do not want anything else interfering our simulation. I create a sequence editor. This function I define will allow us to select the vertices of some objects that we need. Here I define the shade for the water. If you're wondering what this glass is for, it's something that I used so we can make the water transparent. This is the shade for the house. Let's see. And as you saw, my house was in a shade of brown. And it's also this glossy. This is the shade for the ground. And this is the source of light. There are different types of light we can choose from, like a spotlight or a point. I chose a sun. This function I define is so that we can create as many houses as we like. You can see I have these parameters or arguments. First, I make a cube, and then I resize it according to these arguments. Now, I say house equals to this active object. This function and this variable have the same names. That's not a very good idea. So maybe you can change yours to building. I use the select function I defined to select the vertices of that cube. These are the top vertices, and I delete the face. Now I select the vertices again, and here I extrude them, and I don't really move them, so we only get extra vertices. Then I resize them like this. Let's say this is our roof, and here we are looking at right from the top. When I extrude them, I got extra vertices, but I haven't moved them, so they're right there. Then I resize these vertices this way, so we get some overlapping for the roof. Now I extrude again. Now I merge the roof's top vertices together. That way I will get a single point on top. That will be the tip of our roof. Now extrude the two bottom vertices. Here is where I am creating the door for our house. And I'm also adding the collision effectors and things like that. So our house function is done. We can create as many houses as we like now. I have 4 houses right now. Now I create the floor for our simulation. I add a plane, You can see this is the thickness for the plane, because if the plane is too thin, things will just go through it. I make it passive so that nothing can budge it. And the collision shape is mesh, which will make things collide with it exactly the way it looks like. I can change that to a cylinder and other things. They will collide differently. This is the water source. It is a cube. You see, if we want water, we need something for it to flow out of. I know it's strange, but that's just the way it is. And I hide that water source. This is the sound. Here I create a block that knocks over the houses. You see, in Blender, when we use water, it cannot affect anything else around it. So, if we have a lot of water pushing something, nothing will happen to that thing. Because of that, I create a cube and I hide it. And that cube or box will keep on moving forward into the houses until it collides and the houses tumble. This is the domain. This domain is basically for the water particles, because we need particles for water. If they come out of the domain, they will disappear. Now, let's have a look at that animation one more time. Let me go to Viewport Shadings to see the shadings. This color might not be a very attractive color. We can always change that if we want to. Let me go zoom into one of the houses again. Into the door. Oops. Okay, let's forget it. Let's just run this. I should have set a camera view for this. I'll run it like this, like we're standing next to a house. See the water's coming? Whoops. Now we're underwater. Let me just pause this, and then go to a nice view. I'll pause it again because it's not so convenient to rotate while it's running. It's really slow that way. we're done. This is the end of this tutorial. If you have any questions, requests, suggestions, or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. Please subscribe to my channel. It's called NetsEDU. Today is May 29th, 2020. Please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed this video, have a look at my other videos. They might help you into programming or math. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.